Hopefully you can hear us now. Stay in the man. You in the building?
I'm here.
All right, all right, all right. We need some people to tune in so they can tell us if they hear us. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Once again, I am DJ251, and this is Stay in the Man in the building, man. This is our second go around. I'm not sure why nobody can hear us the first time, but I'm hoping you. Thanks for the share, Stan. But I'm sure that we are clear now. I mean, I hope so. But we're gonna check and see, man. We're gonna get some people in here. Hold on, man. People can see you, Stanley. You okay? People can see
Mm-hmm.
you. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Yeah. Uh, Stanley got kids, y'all,
And I'm too
and
old.
too
Too old for
old for
kids.
kids, and they is 100
Jesus.
miles per hour over there. Strictly said, from this time to this time, do not say not one word.
I
One
can
word,
control the
right?
other ones.
Not
Out
one
of out of
word.
out of 23, 24, I was able to control the rest of them. I had to control these.
I
I
don't
got too
know.
old.
Man, you should have seen your facial expression. You're gonna go back and watch this video. You're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Man,
God,
anyway,
please
man.
forgive me.
Hey, my choice of drink of the night is David Morgan. Is that right? Morgan
Yeah, that's
David.
the good one.
David Morgan. Right? Morgan David. Morgan David Blackberry. That is what I'm drinking tonight. And what are you drinking tonight?
I chose Gatorade.
Gatorade,
That's
man.
thought I thought I would put it in a nice glass for you guys. So
A nice glass. Hey, listen. Classic is the best these days, man. Listen, so, all right, this is our very first podcast, man. As you can see, this is our second time being on. We had some technical difficulties, right? But we are here. We are here. And today's topic is accountability. That's what today's topic is. Hey, Stan, tell them the death. Go ahead and give it to him.
accountability, the fact, a condition of being accountable and responsibility. What accountability means, the quality or state of being accountable, especially excuse me, especially an obligation or willingness to accept responsibility or to account one's action.
Accept responsibility. That's deep.
That's
That is
basically what it is.
very deep. Accept responsibility, man. Like, hey,
Something goes wrong and you head of the game, accept, hey,
accept it. Tell me how you feel about that. Like, just reading that definition off. I mean, I know you're a previous school teacher, so tell me how you feel about that.
well, I just think it's like I would teach people and tell kids to always have integrity. Do what's right when no one's watching.
Okay,
And see if
integrity.
you and if you did that, what's right when no one's watching, then you don't have to worry about accounting for anything because all your accountability will fall in place for you. It goes back to almost anything you do. When you if you guys would just stop and think over everything you do in life, it's gonna come back to accountability. Somebody being accountable for. Well, they did this to me, that happened to me, but wait, where did it start?
It had to
What if
start
you had done
somewhere.
this? Mhm.
You're right. It had
And
it.
most of the time, as we grow up as adults and growing up as kids and children, we're growing up, we realize when we get older, God, if I had listened to mama or dad tried to tell me that, I just didn't listen. It's all accountability. If you do what they told you to do and account for your action, some of the problems we have in life now we wouldn't have them.
That's true, man. Like, I honestly feel like kids don't understand the definition of being responsible and having accountability, but adults on the other hand, man, like that's on a different level. That is on a different level. And
Hmm.
for you to say, for me, because I'm speaking from my personal experience, for me as myself, like I don't like to tolerate it. Like, I mean, I feel like I worked hard for what I have. I came a long way in life, you know what I'm saying? And like I'm not the person that gonna be trying to help you get out of jail. I'm not finna be helping you, loaning you no money on no bills. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know things happen in life where situations you can't control, but from some aspect of it, man, I feel like a lot of people just they not responsible and they don't have a accountability for their action. Well, I mean, how you feel about that?
Well, that's where I've always gone wrong because I always feel like I needed to help somebody. I do this here. I put myself on the back. And last burn, I was just thinking just 2 weeks ago. I hadn't bought clothes for myself, and I don't know when.
I'm
Somebody was trying
hey,
to get somebody
I'm
else.
in the same boat. Yep,
I was
same
buying
boat.
somebody else or doing something for somebody else. So it's accountability. Just because and I'm telling you something I've learned. People are right now that's watching us. People are probably mad at family members because they didn't help them do something, or because they would help them get John and Joe out of, or Carrie Sue out of jail, or help pay Daddy Joe or Daddy John's fine and stuff. It's not nobody's responsibility. They made that mistake. They got a wallet in it.
Yeah,
Teach them to be accountable, pay their own way. If they got to sit down there 10 days, 30 days, let them do so.
yeah.
Now,
Cause look,
if you knew they were not wrong, then yeah, that's different. But it's somebody to keep doing the same thing over and over again, not being accountable for anything, because every time they do something, you bail them out. They're not being accountable for their actions, so they're gonna keep doing it.
hey, that's true, man. Look, I cannot deny on that because listen, I'm in the military, right? And if anything, accountability and integrity is what we preach. You see what I'm saying? We need to be able to trust you to do the right things when no one else is looking, right? Now, if you don't have that same mindset, you're not gonna understand that. You're not going to
Mm-hmm.
understand integrity, right? But accountability, we expect for you to have that, right? If you go out and you know you're supposed to be somewhere at a certain period of time and you don't show up, you are accountable for your actions. So when the hammer comes down the pipe, you got to stand up like a man or a woman. Now, I say the civilian world because a lot of you in the internet world, y'all not in the military, right? So y'all not gonna understand that, right? But yet you expect people in your family to bail you out of situations that you put yourself in. Nobody put their self in that but you, right? You did that to yourself, and then you get mad. I know he got the money, and he won't help me out. What you mean? When does the self accountability play a portion in your life, right? Like I don't understand. Like, do some of y'all need to be taught that because you wasn't taught it at a younger age, or you just don't care, man? Because see, look, now Stan, let's just be real. Let's just keep it 100, Stan. You there? You listening to me, Stan?
I'm listening.
Let's just keep it 100, Stan. It's a lot of people that's using their parents to still bail them out. You 30, 40 years old, your early 20s, and you using your parents to bail you out of situations that you should never be in, right? Should we be getting
Correct.
mad at the parents? Should we be saying parents stop this? I mean, tell me what do you think?
Well, I just think it's really bad because there's some kids that I know personally that have their parents scared to death of them, and,
Yeah,
and they get in trouble. Something go wrong, they're gonna get them out because they're so afraid of them. And see,
yeah.
when I grew up, you didn't. Parents been afraid when I grew up. You better even look. Matter of fact, you didn't come in the house if they had company. You stayed outside. You didn't come to use the bathroom. You get no water. You use the hydrant outside. We call it the faucet. The hydrant
Faucet.
outside. You didn't come in the house. Use the water hose.
Water hose outside,
In,
baby.
in the summertime, you stayed outside all day long, and you better be home before them lights come on outside. And you didn't come back in the house. When you got skin up, you kind of pat it up with some clay dirt and mud and move on.
But see,
Now
this the
these kids
thing
can't.
though. Kids these days, they don't know what an ass whooping is. You got
They don't know what
CPS. CPS is taking care of every damn thing. They don't know what an ass whooping is. That's
because it's
crazy.
so sad. It's so sad when the government got involved in it. They made it where now you can't even whoop the kids. If they call police on you, they want to take you to jail sometimes.
Yeah.
So some parents are afraid to whoop the kids. But see, ain't nothing hurt me. It didn't take me. I got one whooping. And I'll tell you like this, and I hate to put the name out there, but a guy named Bally. Had me and Bridget walking down the road, smoking a cigarette.
Bridget,
We were probably 5 to 6 years old.
you was smoking
Me and Bridget,
cigarettes at 5 or 6 years
five.
old.
And this ladies live on Middle Street, named Miss Durley. She sold peanuts, and I was hollering, Miss Durley, look, puffing that cigarette, puffing that cigarette, baby. When I got home, I got a whooping so bad that what I get the whooping for. She whooped me that night so bad that I started throwing up. Then look, that wasn't all of it. The next morning when I woke up, she said, you ain't gonna never smoke again. She whooped me again that morning. And then about an hour later whooped me. That was the only whooping I ever got. I didn't have to get no more. And guess what? To this day I don't smoke.
Because you
Never
remember
wanted a
that ass
cigarette.
whooping.
Never wanted a
That
cigarette.
ass whooping still in your head.
Yeah. I remember and that was the only one I had to get. I had to get
beat
no more.
beat the smoke out of your ass, boy. Beat the smoke out of you. But
I ain't have to get no
I
more.
mean, those are lessons that, like, you know, people are not
But
gonna
hey,
forget at a younger age.
I was accountable for my actions, so hey, had to take the whooping with it.
Now, let me ask you this, right? So, you got people that we call repeat offenders, right? They go to
Hmm.
jail, come back out, go to jail, come back out, right? What is your advice to someone that's like that?
Because they got to make them accountable. Let me tell you how I know. I know that for a fact. I had personal experience with that. With someone in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Until we lost someone close to us in the family. And I reminded them that they're gone now. You go back, you're gonna be there. Everybody sitting no money, no box or nothing. And sure enough, they went back. And when they called, ringing the phone, I wouldn't answer. Writing letters, I wouldn't respond. People coming by telling me to send this, send that. I didn't do none of that. Now,
All your life?
all my life, never seen them a holiday.
Not one
Never
holiday?
seen one holiday. After that person passed away, that went back in that year and I didn't respond to none of it. They ain't been back since.
I'm topping up, chat. I'm topping up, chat. Now
I ain't been
listen.
back. I ain't been back to prison since. But that goes to show you, if that person had made them accountable way back then, they wouldn't have been going back.
But
Because you didn't make them accountable. You just kept on feeding into it and giving them and sending them what they need, and they were comfortable.
so basically what you're saying is the person made them feel like it was cool for them to be where they was at because they was getting
E-
everything that they needed.
Every box, every treat, every money, every snack, everything they were getting. So they was like, okay, I'm
So
good. I'm Gucci.
y'all need to start y'all need to stop goddamn putting money on that PayPal or JPEG, whatever they call it, man. Listen, I feel
Mhm.
like this is just me, man. I feel like if you have this a person that I consider a repeat offender, right? Someone that keeps going in and out of jail, right? Keep putting themselves in the same situation over. It ain't even got to be in and out of jail. It could just be in the same situation over and over, regardless if they cheating on one female and another and another and another, right?
Yeah,
I feel like they need a personal role model, right? I feel like
yeah.
adults need role models too, just not kings,
Oh yeah,
not kids, not teens, but adults need role models too, and it's a pride thing.
they really do. They
And
really do.
I feel like it's a pride thing. It's a pride thing why adults feel like is you can't look up to someone and see what they have and say, I want that. You see what I'm saying? Like you might not want to be in that person's shoes or be exactly like that person, but you want some of the same needs that that person needed in life. You know what I'm saying? Some of the same things that that person have achieved in life. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for the light. Keep the lights up. But you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand the fact that like you as an adult having a role model is a good thing, right? I
I,
promise you, it's a good thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
I was just thinking when you were talking about going through life, these past 2 years has taught me because
What it
I
taught
have
you?
learned a lot.
What you
It taught
learned?
me a lot. I've learned a whole lot. I learned that you got to learn, you got to respect people's position. You got to know when to hold and when to fold them. You also got to know that everybody don't think like you. Everybody's heart is not like yours.
Hey, Ebony, thanks for
Don't
checking in. Thanks for checking
you
in,
can't
Ebony.
you can't think because I give this person this, you're gonna expect them to give back to you. People are not like that. People are
They're
not
not.
raised like that, and they don't think like you think. So you should get out of that mindset that well, I helped them, they should wouldn't help me. I can't worry about that anymore. I used to worry about that sometimes, but it's like I've been down for about since October, September, October,
Hey,
the band maybe.
speaking of that, tell everybody what's going on with your damn neck looking like Chewbacca up in this thing.
But anyway, I've been hurting for probably about 4 years, and that's one of the reasons I retired early. When I retired, this guy couldn't get up on that bus, and that seat was killing me. If you know anything about school bus, the seats bounce up and down. That was killing me. By the time I got off the bus in the morning, afternoon, my back and butt was hurting like I don't know what.
So
So
you
I
hurt
just
your
said
neck?
something is wrong. So where I start going to uh, seeing a neurologist. He told me, well, your spine is getting smaller, but you'll see me in about 3 or 4 years. And sure enough, I went in there one day. I said, look, I just can't do this anymore. It's hurting really bad. My back was hurting really bad. My butt was hurting. And the more I get up, I almost fall, trying to go to the bathroom. My legs hurting. I got where I even got where, and I'm not ashamed to say it, I got where I couldn't even hold my urine. If I didn't go right then, it was coming out. I couldn't stop it.
All right, man. Hey, we
Hey, hey,
we
I'm
just
being
want
real.
we
So
just want
listen,
people to tell you
so
got surgery on your neck.
but
Damn.
listen though, but listen, I want and listen, LeBan. Somebody maybe out there be going through the same thing, may need to hear this. So when I went to the surgeon, he sent me to do an MRI. He called me the next day, said, I need you to go see a neurosurgeon. That's the person that does surgery. I said, yep. So I went to see her, went to Mobile to see her. I said, well, you coming to me or anyone else? You need to get it done as soon as possible. So if you get hit, knocked down, or fallen, or have a wreck between now and any time, you can be paralyzed from the neck down. I said, well, can we do it after Christmas? She said, you may not be walking at Christmas. So I had a heavy load. I had to come home and think about it. My mom was gone. Dad is gone. Sister sick. I have nobody really that talk to about and ask about. So I just called a few friends and told them about it, different ones. And mentioned to them, I think I called the Baron and his wife, told them about it. I said, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I think I need to do it because I don't want to be paralyzed. So when I went in the hospital, I went in there on the 19th to have surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I had surgery. I was in there for 5 days. They took me from there to Thomas Colony to the rehab center. I was in rehab for 12 days. When I got out, I came home with this neck brace,
So
a ball.
I mean, since you giving us just 12 years in a slave ass story just to say you had surgery on your goddamn neck, I don't know why you couldn't just say, man, I had neck surgery. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm moving around like my fucking shoulders
But
don't work. You know
well,
what
I
I'm
just want to
saying?
tell them that. I just tell them that I had the surgery right, and I came on with a neck brace, a rollator, a bone simulator.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I came up with couldn't couldn't drive until today. By the way, I went to the doctor today and I can drive again.
Well,
But I got to drive.
good job for you. You can finally drive today, right? I'm happy. I'm happy
I
that you
ain't
gave
drove to
this
October.
long ass story about what happened
But
from
listen though, but listen. So,
1999 up to nine.
to make a long story short, I can get all anybody take me. Anybody had about 4 people that would take me places. Sometimes they got busy and couldn't go. Or couldn't take me. So I was in a bind trying to get back and forth
Thanks for the
and get
light, Calvin.
and getting everywhere.
But so look though,
But
look. Let
mhm.
me say this. All right, you were saying that before you gave that long ass story, right? We was talking about the fact that adults feel like it's not what's in to have a role model, right? And and
Mhm.
I was saying that like, listen, I feel like adults should have a role model. They should, even if you don't want to call it a role model, right? You should want to
Mhm.
have a circle of people, and this is where a lot of adults fuck up at, right? This is
And
where they
keep your
fuck up.
circle small.
No, it's not that they keep their
Mm-mm.
circle small.
They need to.
No, it's not that, right? Because you got to understand, this is my opinion, right? You have to
Yeah.
understand this right here, right? You say keeping your circle small, but when you keep your circle small, you limiting yourself. right?
Yeah,
You
but I've been in
become
those big circles.
but you got to understand what role people play in your circle. Some people are associate, some people is the person you leave your shoulder on, some people is a that person right there. I know if I need some great advice, they're gonna give it to me. They're gonna keep it real, right? So I wouldn't necessarily say keep your circle small, but what I would say is you need to have somebody in your circle that's gonna challenge you. Now they might not
Oh
know
yeah.
that they challenging you, but they need to be able to challenge you. Meaning, right? I have a few people in my circle, right? And I look at them and I was like, damn, bro, like, what are you doing to be where you at now? Teach me so I can learn what you doing so we can grow together. You see what I'm saying? And that way, once we
But
start growing together, we can add somebody else new into the circle and maybe they know what we don't know. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
but that's what I was telling you the other day about is that people in 2021, if a person can't uplift you, motivate you, help you move ahead, I'm sorry, you need to cut them off.
Hey, you got to go. No crabs in the bucket. None.
Mm-mm.
We
They can't offer you
sick
nothing.
of you
And,
crabs
and,
in the buckets.
and I'm not talking about offering you financial stuff or doing nothing for you. If they can help you be lifted up or be on the same page with you, help you move up, send them on their way. It's just that simple. Because that's
Treva,
your account. Because that's your accountability. Because you're not accounting for your friendship. You got the wrong people on your side.
Treva said limit certain type of people in your circle, not necessarily the amount of people. Yes, I do agree with you. I totally agree
Well,
with you on
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree with that.
That's why I was like, yo, you want to have somebody in your circle that's gonna challenge you to want more, right? For instance, like I have a house. And people come to my house and they say, "Oh, you have a very nice house. Ooh, I want something like this." Now, in my opinion, my house is okay, right? Compared to other people I know, they homes look wonderful. I have a
Hmm.
friend that lives in Atlanta right now. And I look at his house, I'm like, oh my God, why didn't I move to Atlanta? Right? So it makes me want to strive to want more. That's why I'm saying the people that you want to have in your circle because you end up being that crabs in the bucket mentality. You know what I'm saying? People gonna only tell you, girl, you shouldn't do that. Why wouldn't you want to
But,
do that right there?
but you have to remember also that you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family.
Not see now you want to talk about family. Sometimes your family your worst goddamn enemies.
As I'm trying to tell you now, you can pick your friend, but you can't pick your family.
That oh, you hear people say I hear people say all the time. I just met this motherfucker off the street and he's more loyal to me than my own family. And that's
Listen,
crazy.
sometimes what is it that I heard the saying about blood don't always make you loyal? That's what it said. I think I read
Facts.
that.
Blood don't always
Blood
make.
always make you loyal.
Look at Frank Lucas. His own cousin snitched on him. What was the loyalty of that?
Mhm.
His own cousin snitched on him. I mean, I'm just saying, man, like just because you blood don't mean, you know what I'm saying, you they loyal to you, man. Like it's some people I listen, I ain't gonna call people out, but I know of people that all they do is complain, complain, complain about their family, right?
Mhm.
And all I'm sitting here thinking is, when are you gonna feed this person with a long handle spoon? You know what I'm saying? Like, when is enough for you to understand that you getting used? Let's go back to what we say accountability. You got to hold these people accountable for their action. You have to understand that when you are getting used, if you always
Mhm.
getting a phone call to say they want something, need something, bring me something to eat. Can you carry me up the road? You don't get no phone calls to say how you doing? Do you need anything? You getting used. Understand that,
Mhm.
man. Like I look, I could go on and on about this, but the thing is, people don't understand the fact that like sooner or later you got to grow up. You got to
You're
man
right.
or woman the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. I mean, you know, you tell me, Stanley, is it worth it? Is it worth being loyal to someone that's never loyal to you? That never have no self responsibility or accountability? Is it worth being loyal to them because you are worrying about what they are going to say?
It's not even worry what they're going to say. I guess it goes back to me being in the church all my life, and that makes it different for me because I feel like this here that you do right by them regardless, and they'll end up being your footstool. Because it tells you, they'll make your enemy your footstool.
I don't fall for that shit.
Okay,
Turn the
man, I
other
told you.
cheek. Be
I ain't trying to
kind to
cheat.
your neighbor. You know what I'm
I ain't
saying?
trying to cheat, but
Look,
I'm telling you, because they hit me, I'm going to
look.
have problems.
Your hands ain't talking about shit. Your hands ain't
that, that,
talking about
that,
nothing.
that new song they got out now said, "Don't try me, you better try Jesus. Got to use my hand." something like it's something like that. Don't
I
try
know
me,
what
you
you
better
mean.
try Jesus.
Jesus. I throw hands.
I'm quiet, don't bother nobody, and I let them do they say what they want to say. Just don't come to me with it.
I just look, Stanley. Look, I know people want to use the biblical terms. You know what I'm saying? Like all that. You know, don't worry about what they do at the kindness of your heart and all that stuff. But what if
Hmm.
doing something out of the kindness of your heart is you giving up your last, and you worrying
Yeah,
about God is gonna bless you 10 times full, and you ain't been
yeah.
blessed yet? What you gonna say? What your excuse
Hmm.
is? I get blessed in the heaven gates. You don't know you getting
Yeah,
blessed in the heaven gates because you going to heaven. You ain't thinking
you don't
about
know.
no. You ain't thinking about what I did before I died when I'm
Hmm.
at the heaven
Yeah,
gates. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hmm,
look, I
you
don't
right.
fall for that. If I feel like I see that you are struggling and your struggle, and I see that you trying to put effort towards your struggle, of course, I'm gonna do what I can as a man because I know
Hmm.
what it feels like to struggle, right? But if
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like you just going around here being the least, you out of here. You
yeah.
done. You
The
done.
Baron, excuse me for just 1 second here.
Ken Haynes, thanks for checking
I'll be
in.
right back. Right back.
All right, chat. Let me know. Let me know what you think, man. Do you feel like people are not responsible, right? Are they losing accountability? Let me know. Do you feel like they are losing accountability? Are they self these days or what? Let me know what you think. Let me know what's going on, chat. I got 4 people watching, man. I'm not sure. I got 4 people watching. Y'all let me know, man. Do you feel like people are losing accountability, right? Do you feel like they should be more? Do you feel like we are not keeping people accountable for their actions? Talk to me, chat. Talk to me. Let me mute Stan the man real quick. So y'all let me know. What do y'all think? Y'all let me know. What do you think? Do you feel like people should be more accountable for their actions? I need y'all to chat with me, chat, because I be sitting here, man. Look, like, wow. Listen, I work at the Navy boot camp, and I be teaching kids to be responsible all the time, and not only responsible, but be accountable for their actions. Right? That's what we hound down, right? But these are kids. They parents ain't taught them how to sweep the floor or none of that stuff. So it's easier to teach them than adults. I feel like we hold adults' hands and make adults feel like it's cool for them to act the way they act. You know what I'm saying? It's cool for you to go out here scamming people, and then when you get locked up, you want to ask everybody to pay you bills, send you money so you could buy something out the commissary. That shit ain't fucking cool. You want somebody to bail you out of jail. That shit ain't cool. I agree with you. There's not enough people to hold them accountable. There's not enough people. But why? Why isn't it not enough people to hold them accountable? Why you think that? Like, why are we saying that it's not enough people to hold them accountable? Why you think that? I feel like it comes at a young age, man. Stan, hey, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself when you can. There
Okay,
you go.
I just did. Right.
I don't. I was just sitting here talking about the Treva put in the comment section. There aren't accountable. They aren't accountable because people don't hold them. We don't have enough people. They are taught. But okay, so you say they're not taught. I agree with you to a point, right? Self experiences teach you to be accountable. So can we say they don't have enough self experience? We're talking about adults. We're not talking about kids. We're talking about adults. So can we say adults don't have enough experiences to teach them to be accountable? Because if they haven't been taught to be accountable, you getting locked up and doing your time is being accountable. You going to get that bill and find out the bill is due is being accountable. You going to buy a car and you have to put gas in the car, you being accountable to that car. So I would say life teaches you to be accountable. So do you think that people don't have enough life experiences to keep them accountable for their actions? I mean, Stan, I see
I,
your
I'm
eyes
t-
button up.
can I- but where it goes back to a little like you said, it's not so talking about kids, but it's still a lot of the stuff is home training. Now, also when they become adults, though, you learn from your mistakes. You should. You learn
Loso,
by
thanks for
watching and
checking
seeing
in,
others.
bro. Thanks for checking in.
So my thing, if you see that things not going your way, you should look at me and go, wait, why is it not working for me? Something I ain't doing right.
But
Then
that,
try to fix it.
but people brain don't, it doesn't click. It doesn't click
But then,
because they not surrounding themselves with people in their circle. Remember I told you about their circle. They not surrounding
yeah,
people in their circle that's willing to tell them you fucking up.
yeah, you're right. But then, because some of you are afraid of them, I feel like that I'm not going to embarrass them. I'm not going to tell them. That's not my place to tell them. It's not my responsibility. But they also need to realize, too, is that when you don't tell a friend when something is really going wrong with them, and to me, you're not really a friend of
You're
theirs.
not. You're not. You're right. You're not a friend.
If you don't tell them.
You're not a friend at all.
If they're your friend, you should tell them.
Real
You
friends is
should
gonna
tell them what's
keep it
going on.
real with you no matter if it's hurting your feelings or not. That's the realness.
But then a lot of it go back to also to that I tell these boys all the time that you got to read. The more you read, the more you learn, the better you speak, the better you write. That's the bottom line. Some of our people are just they just don't have it. Not that they don't have it, say physically or mentally, it's just they hadn't been taught basic skills that they don't have, and it's something that's open. Say the elevator don't go all the way up, so they're limited. Some of them are limited, but then they can still learn how to survive and be around the right people. But like you said, you got to get the right people in your circle to help you and guide you, because you can still be. I know some people that don't know hardly anything, but they're making it in this world because they've been around the right people to get them up there, and some making some money.
That's true. That is
I know
true,
a guy.
man.
I know a guy finished school with me make way more money than I do, and if you ask him right now, probably anything out here, he gonna know it, but he knows his job. He's doing
So
really well.
you just saying it's one mind track. One mind track.
It,
This
one
is what
track.
I taught. One track mind. Is that what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I was trying to say, but they got to be willing to accept change, accept
That
that
is
I can't
true.
do this, and
That is true.
accept I need help. So many of them, when you try to help, they get angry because they don't know enough, and people should realize that.
Is it
Everybody
more
you
of
come
males or
across,
more of females?
probably more males. To
More
me, it is.
males.
But more males like that, because female, one thing about a female, they're gonna make it and they're gonna survive and they're gonna get through.
Out of
You know what I'm saying?
they stripping
Yeah,
on the pole, they're selling that thing. They gonna do what they gotta do.
they got the attitude to take your own. But but there's a lot of guys out here right now that you try to tell them something, correct them, they get mad, want to fight and everything. And it's not because you tell them that, they're just angry because they know You're right. And they
Treva
don't want to
said
accept.
definitely more males. She said definitely more males.
They don't want to accept that, and they don't know this. And there's nothing wrong when you don't know something. It's to me, it's always people say that that's a dumb question. To me, it's always a dumb person that won't give you an answer. It's never a dumb
Not
question.
that's true.
It's a dumb person that won't give you an answer. They should be able to tell you something. Even if it's go, well, hey, look, I don't know, but I'll find out for you. I'll try to find out. Let me get back with you.
Mm-hmm. You right.
It's just you just don't shut people down like that. That's you stupid. That's so dumb. No, you don't do that. You go, I ain't for sure, but let me get back with you. That's not the proper way to do it. You do it like this. Or this is what they say you do. Or this is what I would do. This is what I was taught. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Now let me
You just
let me
don't
ask
shut
you
it.
this. Let me ask you this, right? Do you feel like society is designed to not hold people, well, I'm not gonna say society, I'm gonna just say social society is designed not to keep people accountable for their actions?
Let me tell you something.
Talk to me.
Bottom line, we as African American people,
Uh-huh.
most of us, not all of us, are still with that slave mentality. That's why we
Oh,
don't like each other. That's why we
hallelujah.
got all this crab in the buckets. That's why we
Hallelujah.
think we think it's just like with it's just like with let me see. I'm trying to put this here. Um this may be a sore subject, but especially with some of these women out here and stuff, men. But like I don't know, like for instance, your wife, all right?
Okay, my wife,
Your
Treva.
wife, your
She
wife,
in the
she
comment
come
section.
okay, well she come home and she may be 10 minutes late. Well, she may have stopped by outside the work, talked to some girlfriend, came home. Say you go, where you been? You supposed to be here 15 minutes ago. And then that's an argument. Either
Well, first of all, I'm not
when
doing
you,
that.
I know you won't. I'm just saying some people when you pulled up,
I'm
you were
not
on the
doing
phone.
that.
I know that, but some guys you pulled up, you were on the phone, you was talking to. Really? Ain't no privacy at all.
Mm.
I mean, I just think that I think when people have family and stuff, and they say like this, you got to know everything they do and every move they make. That's a slave mentality to me.
I feel
That's
like
like it's like I think it'd be like it should be, and I think that whether it's a man or a woman, whoever you decide to run your household, let them run it. I mean, some folks let the
well,
wife run it,
I
some let
mean,
the
like
men run it.
I
Whoever you
watch
decide.
I watched this dude on YouTube, man, and he's like I'm not gonna plug his name, but he talk about relationships a lot, right? Since we talking about
Hmm.
who's gonna run the house and all that, right?
Hmm.
And his mindset is that a man doesn't need a woman for nothing, right? His mindset is that a man controls the relationship because the man makes the money, pays all the bills, right? He even controls the sex. That's what his mindset is, right? But
But let me
I
tell you,
got to think to him. When I think about it, I be like, you might be right to some aspects of it, but not every man is the same. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't say every man that's in a relationship, their relationship is gonna go like some men just like for their woman to be in control. You know what I'm saying?
hmm,
Hey babe, we'll do whatever you want. What you want me to do, babe? They don't know how to be a man. They don't know how to compromise. You know what I'm saying? And
uh-huh.
I ain't mean to cut you. Look like you want to say something. Go ahead and say it.
I
Go
do.
ahead and
I
say
was
it.
gonna say I haven't been married or anything. But I got a lot of friends. I'm married, single, friend, been married, divorced, back together, remarried, all that kind of stuff. And I hear from both ends. I just listen to the story. And this is what I always tell them is that you gotta do what you did to get them to keep it. I said then also you got to remember this here. If your husband is paying the bills, providing you with everything you need, he's there with doing the kid thing, helping with the chores in the house, doing the yard work, all that kind of
The
stuff. Then
kid
you let him.
thing. What you mean? You mean
You,
being a parent, right? Not the kid
being a,
thing. It's
well,
not a
when I say the
kid
kid,
thing.
but wait a minute. When I say kid thing, I mean like being the parent, but also taking them to some of the games, throwing the ball with them out in the yard, take them to the park. Sometimes, it's some dads that do a whole lot of stuff.
But that's being a parent though.
But I know it's been a pain. But then yet and still, wifey wants to run the whole show.
It
And
be
I
that
think
way
if
sometimes.
he,
Look,
but
we could. That's a
I
different
think if he's,
topic for a different day, man.
yeah, yeah, it is.
That's a different topic for a different day. But I can tell you this right here, man. Like, I don't understand why we as okay, so why we as in the African American community, right, don't take self responsibility to be accountable for our actions, right? Now this gonna be kind of controversial that what I say, right? It's gonna people gonna be like, oh, you fucked up. You should have never said this, right? This is what they're gonna say. All right, the kid. Well, I ain't gonna say the kid. Hold on, let me. I feel like how can I say this? I feel like in the African American community, we want other races to be accountable for their actions, but we're not accountable for our own actions. We do dumb shit, but we want that police officer to be accountable for shooting that person or the so-called foreigner to be responsible, be accountable to say, hey, you could have just told them to get out the store. You didn't had to call the police. But why was you in there acting a fucking fool anyway? Why was you in there stealing these people's shit anyway? Why was you
Why did you
breaking into these people goddamn houses?
and why didn't you stop when he said halt?
So deep. So deep.
Yeah.
So deep. Hey, that's so. Why didn't you do what now? Why
Why
didn't
didn't you
you?
stop when he said halt?
Why didn't you stop when he's? Hey, look.
Look,
You
I'm
can't
telling you what I
say you
read.
scared because you was man enough to do what you was doing. So you can't say you was scared. You cannot
I,
say you was scared when you was breaking into these people's shit. You ran the red light. You had the ounce of weed in your car or the bricks, right? You cannot say you was scared when the man say
Mhm.
halt and you ran. I mean, that's deep.
But let me tell you something too. I read this girl made a post yesterday or the day I think, and I was reading on Facebook. And she said that African American people, I said black folks, will go to the grocery store and spend $300 on food, and then stop by Popeyes on the way home and get chicken to eat.
Ooh, she wrong for
but,
that.
but listen though, I almost went back and said this, but I didn't. But I was thinking something. Say it now. My thing was to me, but I done been around some white folks that'll go to the store and spend $700 for groceries. And you know what they spend $700 for groceries? Because Johnny drank almond milk, Mary drank skim milk.
I drink almond
Johnny
milk.
eats, look,
I don't
Johnny
drink
eats,
regular milk. I drink almond milk.
listen to me. Johnny eats brown bread. Les and Michael eat white bread. Westcott doesn't like Kraft cheese. But then look, then they'll leave the store with all those groceries, all the different milks and juices, and they'll stop at McDonald's because little Johnny don't like Chick-fil-A. They go Chick-fil-A because Sue likes Chick-fil-A. Then they'll stop at Target and go to the what they call the coffee shop in there to get because what's
Starbucks.
come likes yeah Starbucks because what's likes a parfait in the afternoon. Then they'll turn around and go on the way on, stop down the street at some Thai Mexican restaurant because the husband and wife want that. So to me, what's the difference? Then paying $300 to stop get some chicken and paying $700 and all the different stuff, and then still stop at 4 or 5 different places to get food to eat.
Well, I'ma
And
stop
we will do
anyway.
that.
Look. It don't matter. It don't matter if they stopped or not. It's their money. They spend them.
Mhm.
See, we so judgmental. We so judgmental. Why? Just because you bought groceries don't mean you got to go home and cook. You could choose that as a fast food night and still use those groceries the next day.
Because I went shopping yesterday at Sam, and I brought a piece from Sam home. I bought one. I didn't get one cooked already. They have them in the back at Sam's right across from the meat, where they do little salads and stuff. If you look behind you, they got a case with all the same pieces they sell up front. You can get pepperoni pizza, cheese pizza, other 3 meat pizza. I just brought us a pizza home and cooked it in the oven. Added a little more cheese to it, made it good.
So you over here adding extras to the pizza to make it seem like you baked it a flexor. He's a
Yeah,
flexor.
when
He's
I
a
did that,
flexor. I look, man, look. I'm gonna top my glass off, man. This probably gonna be my last glass right here, cause there ain't no more left. Ain't no more left. You know what I'm saying?
there's a name for you.
What's that name? A gangster?
Undercover alky.
I'm not an alky, man. Look, I actually said I wasn't gonna drink this like for the first 6 months of the year, so I'm surprised I'm
You
having a
done that,
glass.
that's over with.
I know, right? But
It
look,
ain't the first month ain't gone.
it ain't. So I don't Stanley. I mean, Stan the man. Look, what we have to realize as a society is, and when I say society, I'm talking about everybody. I'm not just talking about black people, right? Everybody plays a role. Somebody has to be the negative person, and somebody has to be the positive person, and you got to have somebody that just don't care. Everybody plays a role.
Oh, always, because I'm tell you something. I got to tell you this, I always try to plan, every year I try to plan a trip for a church. I try to get a cruise together for some community. We went on a cruise once or twice. Most of them I was going with other people, but I decided to do it myself. It's, save everybody a little money. Let's do it myself and made it cheaper, because I didn't get no pay because I did it on my own, like through Carnival, right? And I wouldn't get paid to do it. Didn't get paid, pay the same amount of money they paid. When we get the little credits, I would take it and split it up and give instead of just paying for me a room, I go ahead and give everybody wine and candy or whatever, $25 or $50 on their cards and stuff like that. Somebody had near to say, another crab in the bucket. Why y'all going with him? He gonna get to go free. I want to say, I'll show up my bill. Tell her to come by the house. I'll let her see the bill I got, what I paid. Same
Right.
amount y'all paid. Matter of fact, mine was a little bit higher. Y'all got it cheaper because it dropped down a couple of dollars.
Right.
It's always,
Yeah,
always
somebody got to play their role, man. You need a hater.
tri-
You need a
trigger than
hater.
fly. Look, trigger than flies I despise.
Somebody like that's to go back to that pride mentality, man. They probably wanted to go and they couldn't afford it because they didn't put themselves in the right situation to afford it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Treva said that was negative Nancy talking. Did you mute yourself, Stan? James, can you hear me? I think you muted yourself.
I did. It screen went out or something.
Okay, there we
I said
go.
I said they're gonna see the new me because 2021, and I can start driving today. So hey,
They gonna see the new you.
hmm
I look. We've been on this thing for 50 minutes, man. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to give. Like we're gonna give this as our advice segment, right? 10 minutes left. We'll be on this thing for a whole hour. Our very first podcast, man. I appreciate it if y'all tune in tomorrow at the exact same time. We're gonna go on at what time, Stan?
at 5 minutes to nine,
5 minutes to
right?
nine. You're gonna see the
hmm
starting stream pop up from 9 to 10, man. For 9 to 10, that's Central Time. For Eastern Time, that's 10 to 11. Right. So the last
Yes.
5 minutes, Stan, I'm gonna let you go first, man. You get 5 minutes to just give whatever advice you want to give. This is our advice segment. You know, give what you think the people should know.
I'm gonna take you everywhere real quick.
You
This
got 5 minutes
2020,
now.
this 2021. Pay your 10% tithe, and the church can stop begging for money. If everybody in your church will pay 10% of what they earn, then they don't have to go out and ask somebody for anything. You guys can take it to your church and your pastor. Pay your 10%. The second thing is, if they ain't giving you what you need to uplift you, I help you get ahead, offer you some advice to make you move ahead, I'll make you think, hey, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do something better. Then cut them off. You don't need them in your circle. Somebody just want to hang around you just to drink, get high, talk about what they did last week, but they ain't offering that. Hey man, they got a good job. Sister, I'm gonna apply for this job. We can go get the application done. We can get this house. Get these. How you can get 10 people together, 10 of your friends together, put y'all money together. Y'all can buy a house, automobile, buy $6,000, flip it, make y'all a couple $1,000, flip another one. You can make it work. You got to get your mindset. 2021, y'all gonna see me. I'm gonna be rich. I'm claiming it.
You still got 3 minutes left if you want to give some more
I got 3 minutes
advice.
left.
Yeah, I'll let you know when your
Well,
5 is up.
I just think you need to don't be so negative when you see things going on. Don't always assume. Believe. Look, believe none of what you hear and half what you see, because your eyes play tricks on you sometimes. I can assure you that. You
Treva
gotta
said,
be.
claim it.
Don't be so negative. Stop always being a negative person. When somebody say something, well, I don't know, because they just I ain't gonna know if I'm gonna do that. Just be like, well, I don't know what's going on, but I'll see what I can do to help. You know, help move somebody up, help lift somebody up, encourage somebody to do something positive, encourage them to move on, encourage them to tell them they can do better, tell them they can be anything they want to be. The sky is no longer your limit, it's your beginning. Let me tell you again, the sky is no longer your limit, it's your beginning. You can have the rest of it, man.
All right, so it's my time, right? My advice that I would give people is first think about yourself a little bit. Is it's a lot of people that's probably gonna see this video, and a lot of people that's probably should see this video, and you are that person that's always on the giving end of things in life, right? I I'm not gonna say I used to be that person, but I kind of am that person, right? So for me, saying to you is think about yourself a little bit, right? Buy yourself some clothes. I can tell you before Christmas when the last time I actually brought myself some clothes, right? Think about yourself. Think about yourself. Something else I want to tell y'all, right? I want to give you some type of financial advice. Invest in the stock market, right? If you don't know what you're doing, hit me up, like hit me in my inbox, and I can show you what I learned, right? Invest in the stock market. I know it's gonna be hard, and some of you are like, I'm not gonna put my money in there. Listen, you gotta start somewhere because some of y'all not saving at all, right? The third advice I would tell you is to do something new. Like I'm always going to a bar before COVID hit. I'm always going to a bar or going to a club by myself, somewhere I've never been, restaurant or something, right? Do something new. Save your money up and go on a trip. Even if you got to go by yourself, right? Experience somewhere you never been, right? I've been to Dubai 4 times. I've been to Indonesia. I've been to Vietnam. I could tell you so many places I've been to, and I could tell you the way they think is not the way we think, right? We are gods overseas, man. Like, oh, that's an American, you know? People want to talk to you because they think you have money, right? Just how it is. So travel a little. If you don't learn anything in 2021, you should learn yourself, right? A lot of you think you know yourself and you don't know yourself at all. You think you know, but you don't know nothing because you only surround yourself around the same crowd all the time. If people are not challenging you in your circle, it's time for you to move. All my friends challenge me. All my friends hold me accountable. All my friends gonna tell me straight up that's some bullshit, right? You gotta have somebody in your circle to challenge you, right? Mentally and physically, right? It's another thing I want to give advice to people is hit the gym. Like I'm starting to hit the gym. I'm starting to
I need to
exercise
go.
more.
Lord,
Hit
I
the
need to go.
gym. If you gotta walk 30 minutes out of your day, right? Get that 30 minutes of cardio in. You ain't gotta speed walk, just walk. I mean, I know it's winter time, you know what I'm saying, but you gotta be more healthy, right? People with COVID hit, people died because their body just couldn't handle it, right? You die for common shit like breathing, respiration problems, right? Respiratory problem, not respiration, but respiratory, right? Get healthy. Get healthy. Um, Something else advice that I would probably give is be selfish. There's nothing wrong with you being selfish, man, and love someone because the person that I love, they watching this. I love you, so love someone else, right? Love someone. It's not gonna hurt you to love someone, man. I promise to God, man. Like I said, hey, I'm not gonna take up my whole 5 minutes giving advice, but hey, listen, I am DJ251. This is Stan the Man, man. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, man. Make sure you tap in on my Twitch page. I pretty much DJ. You know what I'm saying? Stan the Man. He always in the building. You can find him on Facebook, right? At James Stanley. I'm pretty sure he's gonna make a page called Stan the Man, his fan page. I'm pretty sure, and he will give advice to people on that page because he's a advice giving individual. He calls me all the time talking shit, you know. But until then, man, y'all be safe. Tell the people bye, Stan.
Good night.
Enjoy y'all. See y'all tomorrow night, exact same time. Make sure y'all hit that notification game.